Marriage is neither heaven nor hell. It is simply purgatory. Marriage and the modern man. While it is admitted that marriage is a sacred union between two humans of separate identity, motive, and intentions, it is equally not mistaken that the modern man has found it useful, but not in its entirety. Given the high rate of divorce cases in our clan, domestic violence in the home front, sexual abuses in and outside terrestrial abodes, and the many sorry tales that we find in the modern human society, one is left with a puzzling but honest question: must men stay married? In the 21st century, with the advancement of technology and the spatial evolvement of man through times, it is becoming increasingly difficult for couples to sustain marriages for want of compatibility, irreconcilable differences, incessant abuse, and spousal violence. The challenges faced by couples today stand as a clinical test to their sanity, and the demand of this union are gradually caving in on couples who once exchanged marital vows voluntarily. One big challenge the marital union faces in this new age is the role the internet plays in the life of couples. It is pretty easier for either party to initiate and maintain a relationship online outside the knowledge of a spouse. Communication on intimate terms fester until a spouse becomes so enmeshed with a new e-lover who, by the way, is another human being under other restrictions and indifference. It is commonplace to see couples glued to their phones, beaming lavish smiles, with their eyes fixed on their phone screens. It is often the communication they won't share with their spouses in their homes. This develops into visit, and gradually a lot of immoral activities goes underneath. It happens again and again, and along the line, something new sticks between parties, and the home front suffers emotional blackmail. Suspicion fills the stratosphere, and the looming danger snowballs into uncertainty. Here, the motive becomes a question of secrecy. Parties are misdirected, and the war begins to give way for a new discovery. The man, in most cases, starts the journey into a new woman's den. He is conscious of his action and could help his case, but won't let go. The woman, who at first does not want to incur the wrath of a wife, assumes the status of a mistress who lives on promises. She gradually owns up to the situation and damns the consequences. Perhaps pleasure and conceit of the relationship, founded on the footings and pains of a fellow left behind, gives humans an unending pleasure. This is not very clear to me, because one would have thought that it is better to avoid troubles as much as possible. But what one sees as the prevalent indulgences of men leaves this context a grotesque. You find people in raunchy corners entrenching on faithfulness with their fellow, already engaged with third parties. Man is hardly a saint if we leave him to banter with the opposite sex with restrictions or caution of any kind. In the new age, the woman equally wants something else. The woman wants a robust career, and at her discretion, she wants to be admired by men, irrespective of their marital status. Society is adverse to this thought, but the woman wants her liberty, irrespective of the dictate of society. Society demands the chastity of a woman, but not so with men. Therefore, men should be told that women equally demand their faithfulness. No woman should be called a slut until we find an alternative name for men who sleep around. Men's immunity on the subject is a woman's revolt against the status quo. Why the privileges of a married man are grown on the verge of unlimited trust, the woman's aspirations are suppressed and downsized by society. In Nigeria, women are gradually pushing for equal rights and opportunity denied them in the past. I have wondered why women are heavily reprimanded for sleeping around, why their male counterparts can take on the whole and society feels otherwise. The equal rights of men and women in every facet of society should be guaranteed, and that is what is required as equity. I shall go to Rabbi again.